In the Vendee Globe, there's something of a human comedy. And the string of characters composing the fleet is its perfect illustration.
I am a wave of the sea, and the foam of the wave, and the wind of the foam, and the wings of the wind. My soul is in the salt of the sea, in the weight of the wave, in the bubbles of foam, in the ways of the wind. My gift is the depth of the sea, the strength of the wave, the lightness of foam, the speed of the wind.
As two or three of the others, the Irish Vendee Coleman is among these competitors trying to live up to the greatest challenge of their life. So is Éric Bellion, but for the Colman skipper, it seems certain limits have already been reached.
Moi j'accuse le coup très
I'm
clairement.
clearly a little knocked off.
C'est un moment très spécial.
It's a very special moment for me,
C'est un moment où je dois accepter
because it's a moment
le fait que
I need to accept the fact I'm tired.
ce qui compte, c'est de me reposer.
And what counts is that I rest. Because if I add sails to go faster, I'm going to break something or get hurt. In any case, that's not the intent of the project. I'm resting so to regain my strength and get my engine running. I'll say goodbye for now. I'm really going to try resting to continue the battle. Obviously, Éric Bellion and Vendee Coleman, both at the tail end of the fleet, don't live the Vendee Globe the same way. Jean Le Cam, well set in 9th position, is jostling with his nearest opponents. Here again, another point of view is expressed. As far as we're concerned, with Finistère Mervent, we are in Tom Rouille and the Black Knight's company. None others but Thomas Rouillon and our national Jean-Pierre Dick, on board Saint-Michel Birbach and Souffle du Nord. So, we're in good company. We've left the Flying Fish region for the Albatross now. Different races, different men, different stories. The Vendee Globe could define itself as an ensemble of actions and human behaviors that unfold according to the uncertainties to reach each own's objective. It's Alex Thompson's 4th participation. He came in 3rd in the 2013 edition. There can only be one objective: win the Vendee Globe. With a foil missing, one could think the Brit has lowered his sights. That would be knowing him poorly.
The sun is shining, the wind's blowing, doing 20 knots. It's time to go fast. But for now, it's a good day in the Southern Ocean and it's sunny. Look at this. Obviously I'm on starboard tack, which means I've got a foil out over there, which is fantastic. So pleased to be back up on the foil again. My little stump sticking out the other side, I had a look there, it still looks pretty sorry for itself. I don't know when I'm going to be able to cut it off, but at some point I will have to do that.
Second in 2009, second in 2013, him also can't consider anything but victory. At the entrance of the Indian Ocean, Armel Lecléache has over 100 miles delay on Thompson. But Banque Populaire skipper has no equal when it comes to pouncing on his prey. Within 48 hours, he's practically caught up. Well, to be back at contact with Alex. Since the start, we've had great conditions for speeding. With that, you had to find the right moment to step on it or watch out for the equipment. That's to each their own. I managed my own way. So all is set for one of these duels that make the great stories of offshore racing. All the actors are here, then there's the South, the uncompromising South, which one's going to have to put up with for a long month. After about 3 weeks at sea, between the first and the last, the fleet is spread over more than 7,000 kilometers with weather conditions radically different. Didier Costa and Sébastien Destremaux are still in the trade winds off Brazil, while a group of 10 boats labors against headwinds en route to Roaring Forties. Okay, it's a great shake out here. And the waves in the South Atlantic. I have the feeling the boat is going to disintegrate with each wave. It's hard. But hey, for now, all's okay. Gotta hold on another 24 hours, then can put up the spinnaker. Flat out, we're off. More south, at the back of a depression from Argentina, heavy showering for Quito de Pavón. Thank goodness there's the bubble, I tell you. 600 miles in front of him, Thomas Rouillon isn't doing too badly either, flirting with the 450 miles mark in 24 hours and patching up with the duet, Dick Le Camp. I'm happy I've caught up with our two old hands in front. So here, we're at contact. It's great. It's cool. We're gliding and going fast. It's been 48 hours, we're ahead of a front, a depression that's taking us all the way to the Cape of Good Hope. In other words, the door to the Indian Ocean, for which one needs to prepare one way or another. All right, last shower by 36 degrees. I can enjoy the water temperature that's still okay. That's for my last shower. Yep, this is for sure the last. In front, in the group ahead of Yann Eliès, Paul Meillat confirms an excellent start of the race. Fourth in the ranking, he's new to these matters and just switched oceans. We crossed last night the Cape of Good Hope. And I'm lucky it's on a Sunday. So, I treated myself to a croissant this morning. That's where we're at now. Next stage, the Kerguelen Islands and Cape Lewin. Paul Meillat followed like a constant shadow by Jérémy Bayou. Maître Coqu's skipper is facing new troubles. Deprived of both satellite antennas, he no longer has access to weather information as precisely as his opponents. Consequently, he needs to sail differently. I spend a lot of time at the chart table, making assumptions, making diagrams, whereas it should be done with one click. Takes up a lot of time, and it's not very efficient. Because here, for example, I thought there would be 20, 23 knots, and in the end, there are gusts at 30. Should have a photo satellite for the gusts of wind. That I can't do. It's certainly very disabling. That's for sure. But then again, it's surely less than a rudder amputated by an unidentified floating object. Forced to abandon, Morgan-Lagravière knows something about it. He may find comfort for this damage thinking back at the amazing welcome committee upon his arrival in Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, le
Wow, the ballet.
C'est magnifique.
Wonderful.
Incroyable.
Incredible. We're escorted by whales.
Je sais pas quoi dire.
I don't know what to say.
Je suis ébahi.
I'm stunned.
C'est incroyable.
It's incredible. The amazement of a demobilized skipper versus a race's day-to-day that's gotten tougher and tougher. In other words, the Vendee Globe with all its contrasts. Poor visibility. I'd say about 200 meters. Temperature, I'd say 10, 12 degrees. And we're going fast, real fast. With that, we got the winter clothes out. Cap, fleece jacket, and tights. So to better cope with the temperatures. What Sébastien Josse mustn't cope with easily is the delay building up with the two ahead. Upon the 23rd day of the race, the gap nears 500 miles and doesn't cease widening. Here, we're right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. We passed north of the Crozet Islands. We're heading towards the Kerguelen Islands. We should normally reach by Wednesday. For a few days now, Armel Leclerc has re-endorsed the leader's oilskin Alex Thompson was wearing since November 12th. But for Alex, the contender, hope is eternal.
You can see it's already pitch black. It's a little bit stressful, so stay conservative. Try and nip at Armel's heels if I can. I'm on the port jibe, so no foil on this side, and see if I can stay in touch until we get to starboard, and then I can do something about it.
The Kerguelen Islands, French southern and Antarctic territory south of the Indian Ocean. a nature reserve of 7,200 square kilometers, and since the 1950s, a logistic and scientific base. The Kerguelen Islands is stage setting for a play that will remain in our track record. On November 30th, as Armée Leclerc is about to cross the archipelago, a helicopter flies over him and offers us these unprecedented images. Bon populaire from helicopter for contact. Hello to the whole crew of the Niveaus. It's nice to hear people like that on VHF. And to have French comrades here, right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Feels great. In the history of the Vendee Globe, it's the first time aerial shots are made in this part of the world. The result of a close cooperation between the audiovisual production of the race, the National Navy, and the TF1 crew. The accuracy of the information provided by the race direction made it easy to trace Armée Leclerc's position 40 miles north of the Kerguelen Islands. We've been having a nice mano-a-mano with Alex these last days. It's true, he goes very fast in spite of the damages he's had. As soon as conditions aren't ideal to use his foil, he's able to exploit his boat's potential to go faster and stay at contact. A few hours later, it was Alex Thompson's turn to be filmed. Evidently in great shape, the British chap didn't hesitate to put on a show.
Helicopter, this is Hugo Boss. I will come outside and say hello, Robert. So, no, I enjoy, it's good to be racing somebody like Carmel. He keeps the pace, it makes me work hard, and makes it very interesting.
While the Infernal duet is way ahead, the middle of the fleet, still on the South Atlantic side, is getting ready for virile weather conditions before entering the Indian Ocean. What Koshiro Shiraishi is undertaking is simply breathtaking. I'm preparing to climb up the mast. I'm right at the top of the mast. I replaced this vertical animal meter. It was quite complicated to work on these parts under these conditions. I also reconnected the electrical wires so everything is fixed. As you can see, everything's in order. In the Vendee Globe, there's also something about human greatness, with this extra touch of soul which surely motivates competitors such as Vendee Globe and Eric Bellion to take up the greatest challenge of their life. The state of mind is good. It's the Vendee Globe's main course that's about to be served, over worth the lenient latitudes. Now make way to the Great South, and I'll tell you all about it. Bye for now.
It is. I'm in the South Atlantic in the Vendee Globe. What could be more special than that?
Yeah. No major milestones in your life today?
Maybe it's my birthday. Yes, absolutely.
Well, listen, happy birthday to you, and happy birthday from everyone here in the studio. We've got Tanguy de la Motte, Mark Turner, and Xu Jingzun in the studio with us today. So tell us, Conrad, how are you celebrating?
Well, I'm celebrating, as I said, by doing the Vendee Globe, which has been a dream of mine for a long, long time. And I'm celebrating by eating, well, salad. I don't know. The last couple of days, it's some bean sprouts. So I'm excited to have fresh salad on board today. I also had some. My wife prepared a special food today, and it included some crusty, dehydrated astronaut ice cream, which is actually really terrible. So I'm having my bean sprout to have a nice sunny day.
Well, I don't know how delicious that does sound, but Mark, got any questions for Conrad out in the South Atlantic there?
Yeah, Conrad, first, hi, happy birthday. I wanted to congratulate you on your French, actually, in the French vacation. I didn't know you spoke French so well. For a Kiwi, that's quite an achievement. So probably as big as doing the Vendee Globe, probably. So well done for that. But it's really great to follow your course. Obviously having a great race there, right at the front of that second pack. Did you expect to be, where you are from a racing perspective, from a competition perspective?
I really hoped to be here, and frankly, I had no idea whether I was going to be able to. The smaller projects don't have training time like the other guys at Port La Flore, and all of the top 7 or 8 projects have been sort of banging off each other all season long, and they've been tuning each other up to get faster and faster and faster, and so they know where they are relative to their competition. All of the guys in my pack, we've never seen each other on the water until we started crossing tacks in the South Atlantic. So really I had no idea where I'd end up, but I'm very happy to be here. It's my first Vendee Globe. I've got the oldest boat in this fleet, and currently I'm doing okay, so I think I can hold my up high with that.
Have you got a big red pen around New Zealand on your chart as a milestone in the race?
I say that I'm a Kiwi, but I live in France, and so I have an unfair advantage over everybody else because I'm always going home. On the outward leg, I'm going to New Zealand, so my calls me there, and then once I check that off, then I'm heading back to France, which is home as well. So no, it's really nice to be able to scoot past my homeland and give a big wave, hopefully not stop, and then keep on going.
Hey Conrad, this is Tanguy from land. Happy birthday! And I want to ask you, how's your power pack going with your solar and electrical energy going in your boat? Is it everything going well? Because it's pretty big breakthrough, and I think if you're making it with this, we should all consider having the same system. How is it making you feel?
Well, thank you, Tanguy. I agree. I just switched to the outside camera to show you that it's a nice sunny day, even though the camera's a bit rubbish. No, the solar panels are great, actually. They're working really well. I've got them on the cabin top, also in the mainsail itself, and I've been charging with my electric motor with the regeneration mode. And for me, it's been going great. I've charged really half a dozen times during this race. I've got a big autonomy of stored energy in the battery pack, and for me, it's natural. Sailing is the only mechanical sport that can be seen as green, and I think it's just a natural evolution of the fact that we will eventually all go around the world without burning any fossil fuels in the Vendee Globe, and I think NARC and the Volvo as well. That's a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've just added the hydro generators to the boats, but certainly after this race, we need to go to a full non-fossil fuel race. You're doing a great job on that front, so well done.
Yeah, well done, man. Yeah. And we'll see you in Les Sables.
Look forward to it.
And Conrad, before you go, just give us a little rundown of the conditions you've got on board. Has it been a bit of an interesting few days?
It is lots of contrasts, actually. Last night I had gusts of 35 knots and the boat was doing 25 knot surfs. Standing on the back of the boat under a clear sky, clipped on, leaning back into my harness and just really enjoying the moment. It's been years and years and years of work to get here, and I was just soaking it up, surfing down the waves in the black last night. And then today is the complete opposite. Nice sunny day, 8, 9, 10 knots of wind, and I've got the full main and the big spinnaker up. So it's a little bit of everything in the Vendee Globe.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Conrad, we'll let you get back to the race. You're doing a great job, and thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us. And again, a big happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Thank you to you all.
Morning. Duels on board Great American 4. It's December 2nd, 2016, here in the Vendee Globe yacht race around the world. This is a picture of our computer screen at the moment, and you can see here is South Africa, and there's a big group of boats right here that have gotten away. We're up here, and this is the Antarctic exclusion zone, where the boats are not supposed to go because of icebergs during the course of the race. Bringing this to you today because the important event is happening right over here in this data, where the latitude and longitude are shown, south latitude and west longitude, but not for very much longer. I've put it up here on a bigger screen so you can see. We're going to be going into the eastern hemisphere. This W is going to turn to an E, and it's all very dramatic when that happens, because you're suddenly well out of your comfort zone, and there it goes, eastern hemisphere, Great American 4. We're no longer in the northern hemisphere, we're no longer in the western hemisphere, so distinctly outside of our comfort zone. But that's it. These moments are iconic at sea and duly recorded.
Today, December 2nd, what does the Vendee Globe say? That we're at the 27th day of the race, and that since the last 24 hours, Alex Thompson has become the boss again. At the very edge of the ice zone, marked here by a dotted line, the Brit and Armand Leclerc are engaged in a great jibe fight in a moderate southwest tidal flow. The two leaders are nearing Australia's and Cape Lewin's longitude. They should be crossing next Sunday. Well settled in third position, Sébastien Josse crossed this morning at 180 miles northeast of the Kerguelen Islands. As it is now customary, he received a visit he commented with a bit of humor. A warm hello to the National Navy. I think I got caught for overspeeding. It's really nice to know the Navy is in the area. It is indeed smoky in the wake of the Edmond de Rothschild boat. It must be smoky as well and even bubbling at the back of the fleet, according to Alan Ruhr, who's right in the thick of a depression coming from South America. The boat was going really fast. Strong sea. Surfing constantly. Impossible to slow it down. It's the height of the sea I was mostly impressed with. And that's what clearly scares me. Today, December 2nd, what does the Vendee Globe has more to say? Well, that for Koshiro Shiraishi, fishing was good, and so Friday will be sashimi day. Here's a squid, and it's very tasty. Enjoy! It's really delicious. Delicious.